How's it going, guys? So we're just here to talk to you a little bit about mental health, depression, where it can lead you, where it starts from, and all that sort of craziness. You know what I mean? We recently learned that a gaming legend had passed, and it was because of suicide, and that's rough.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of those things that, so many of us have been there, and I think what makes it really so tough about a loss like that, and it is a big loss.
It is.
Not just to the gaming industry, but just to people who watched him and all the lives that he's touched along the way. And it's so tough because you can almost see a little bit of yourself in everyone who struggles with these things.
Yeah.
Because we all struggle with these things,
do.
and it's rough, you know?
And I think that, so he was such an inspiration to so many people, and everyone kind of like idolized him, right? He had met that mark,
Yep.
and just so you know, me and Joe have always loved video games.
Yep.
So for us, it kind of hit home
Yeah.
because it was like watching this guy who he had made it, he had made it in the gaming industry, and he was doing the thing, and everyone wanted to have that life.
Yeah.
There he was, going through so much that he had hinted towards it, I guess, in his tweets and whatnot. And it's so sad to see that things like that can happen. And it's really devastating. But I felt really moved to try to bring awareness of this up, especially right now with everyone being stuck at home, dealing with isolation.
They're all by themselves.
Or maybe
it's tough.
it's hard to see if someone is going through something because you're not there, because you can't be. You know.
No, you can't always be there.
No,
you know what I mean? And it is tough. And I think it's so interesting because so many of us nowadays always looking at the phone, always gaming, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we were used to some isolation, but then we kind of hit this new level with the virus. It's a higher level of isolation, and that variation of isolation gets to you mentally, and it gets worse. It never seems to get better unless you can start to face the problem and try to get a handle on it. You know what I mean? Because if you just sort of let it ride, or like, oh no, I'm just a little sad today, but tomorrow will be better. It builds, and that loneliness and that isolation and depression, and it all gets you.
Well, and it's funny because not funny. I say that all the time. It's not funny, but I went through. I've always had bouts of issues with depression throughout my life. It's just a natural thing. And I hadn't really had issues so long. But then because of all of the isolation and everything, and having to work closing and all this stuff, like it just sparked it. And it was so funny because I remember calling my mom and just being like, I think I'm lonely.
I think I'm alone.
Like, I'm not sure what's happening to me, but like it was weird. You start feeling like anxious all the time. And just like you're missing something, and then to see someone's face is just like, oh my God, it's a human. But it's. I really also wanted to touch on the fact that mental health is such an important thing, and it's so easily dismissed. I mean, we go through our lives and we have responsibilities. We have bills to pay, mouths to feed. We can't stop. We don't have time to take care of ourselves. Oh, you're feeling sad. You just think, oh, just get over it. I'm being pathetic. I'm being weak. Or you think that you're afraid to say something to someone because maybe they'll say that to you. And then that would just reaffirm all of those insecurities you had about how you feel.
Or they'll look at you like you're a lesser person now because you're like, oh man, I'm depressed. They're like, well, dude, suck it up.
You know
what I mean?
So much of that fear that would just happen, and it would just diminish the realism of what you are going through. But mental health is so important. Mental health is just as important as your physical health. It's just as important as the food you're eating, how you take care of yourself. If you're sick, it affects you physically. It affects you chemically. It affects how your life plays out. It can affect the people around you. I mean, it is such an important thing to be mindful of and to take seriously. If you are feeling down, don't be afraid. Reach out to someone. Pray. Do whatever it is, because it's inside of you, and it's very real. And you should feel total confidence in the fact that it is real and it is a struggle you are going through. And if you are going through any of that, I'm going to make sure that whether it's on the screen or in the description.
Probably in the description.
Yeah,
We're still working on the screen edits.
Yeah. But we will have links to the National Suicide Prevention website and phone number. Please just don't feel free to just call. If you're going through something, just call. If you don't have that person to talk to, there is someone out there to talk to. Or you can send us a message.
Yep, there you go.
Whatever it may be. But after finding out about his passing, it reminded us again of, it's something that we really need to bring awareness about. Yep. And even regardless of everything happening in the world today, this has been a problem.
Oh, yeah.
People will isolate themselves, because we've had experience with video games kind of feeling like an escape, and then you end up getting sucked into it.
Yep.
And not to say anything bad about video games.
No,
I love my video games.
We're gamers.
But, it's important to be mindful of what you're feeling, what you're going through, and then spread love. See? So much love.
Spread love.
But spread love. Don't hate on someone, because realistically you have no idea what they are going through in their life. So be kind. And if you know someone and you're concerned about them, maybe just reach out with an open heart and with love, and say what you feel like you want to say genuinely. Like, hey man, I've been thinking about you.
Yep.
I miss you. I whatever it is that you need to say to that person, just if you come at it with love, you spread that love into that person.
Yep.
And I just really felt moved to talk about that, to spread love. Make sure you pay attention to your own mental health, because it is just as important as any other aspect of your health. Don't disregard it because you think that it's just weakness, or I should just get over it, or I don't have time. You need to make the time to take care of your mental health.
Yeah.
And that's coming from both of our hearts, because we both have had our own struggles with mental health, and it's so hard when you feel like no one else is going to understand and no one's going to get it. But people, even if they didn't completely understand, there are people out there who can give you love.
Yep.
And they can give you patience and sympathy, and they can talk to you, and sometimes that's all you need. Is just have someone try to brighten your day. Know that you're cared for.
Yeah.
And we can care for each other, and be understanding.
That's
be
it.
Sympathetic.
Yeah, I think it's so interesting, because it's like so many times when you see, like, we saw the funerals and all that stuff, and it's like you see all the people you've touched.
In the game.
Yeah, in the game. But you see all the people. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah. You see all the people you've touched, but it's like they never got through, to that little bit that was hidden there, and that's what's so tough about it.
Yeah.
It's always the rift you leave behind that's so massive, but you think you'll leave just nothing. Like you'll disappear and no one would ever notice.
But so many people will.
But so many people do.
And you are
friends, family, people you've touched along the way, anyone you've met, someone you bumped into. It's crazy the people you just remember, that had impact on your life, and it could have been substantial, it could have been minimal.
You could have thought it was nothing. Yep. But realistically, we have all been an angel in someone's life.
Yep.
And that's something to always remember.
Yeah.
You have touched someone in a way that you had no idea. Or maybe you did, but someone out there is impacted by you.
Yep.
And that's something that, I think was so powerful, because in this game that we play, it's happened on a couple of occasions, because mental health is a problem, especially when you're in the online world. I think you see it more. But in this game, you had thousands of people, of players coming together in one location. Some of their characters were taking a knee. Some of their characters were lining the hallways in a building, just to respect and show honor for this guy. And it shows. People do care. People are there for you, and you're so much more beloved than you realize. We just really wanted to share that with you guys. Bring awareness. Spread love, be kind to one another, reach out, don't be afraid to speak from the heart, and don't be afraid to reach out to somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of times I think for guys it's always like, oh, well, that makes you weak.
Right.
Or it's like you tell someone and they're like, well, then you suck it up. Or
It's a terrible thing that happens in society.
Yeah, but but as a guy, that's what you deal with. Men aren't supposed to cry. You're not supposed to be sad. You're not supposed to get up and go through it, every day and just ignore the monotony, and just nope, it's all good. Every day, just hit it, and that's it. And as long as you do that, you feel like everyone around you's like, wow, good job. But that's not the case. No. You know what I mean? People want you. Okay, I guess she's done. Nope, she's not.
She wants to be center of attention.
Okay, so. Well, that's not the case. So often, is people deep down want you to be happy. They don't want you to, suffer. No. But that's what you think. You get into this rut, and you're like, well, I can't get out now, and it doesn't matter what I do, doesn't matter what I say. I'm just being consumed by this beast, you know what I mean? And it is what it is. And then you start to lose hope, and it just gets darker and darker unless you reach out to someone and try to get at it, because it's tough. And it is a monster that is so hard to deal with alone. Mm-hmm. And I know it's funny because a lot of times, in gaming community is kind of notorious for that, but they'll rip on each other, make fun of each other. And I was like, a lot of times we're just playing around, but sometimes it's you don't know who you're talking to, you know, and or what they're going through, and even if you're nice to someone, just a little bit of guidance or like, hey man, you guys could play or whatever, it helps people so much, and they feel good. And they're like, okay, and that could be what that little bit gives them what they need for the day.
Well, hopefully she brought a smile to your face. But yes, exactly. Just be nice because you. In the gaming world, it is, if we're talking about the community, sometimes the community can be very rough. That could be anywhere online, realistically. People, I think, tend to not see a face, so they don't connect with the realism of who they're saying this to and how it could affect that person. I mean, if someone's going through something and then maybe you were just joking around, but then you hit on them, that just affirmed everything for them and crushed them. It's so... It's important to just be kind, and we always say treat people how you want to be treated, but realistically treat people better, If you treat each other like you really love each other, because we're here in this world together, and there's no need to spread that hate, and again, pay attention to yourself. Don't devalue what you're going through, because it is real. It is, and you deserve help as much as anybody else does, you know? And that's just the reality. Yeah,
but like I said, I think what's so sad about it is whenever someone's depressed, you can always see a little bit of yourself in that person or in that hurt, because in pain, we are united as a species, you know what I mean? And that's something that we all share with each other, and is the pains that we go through in life. Yeah. And that's something that has kept us all together, and that's why I think it's so sad when you see it, because it's someone who lost that battle that we all struggle with, and you don't want to lose that battle.
And it makes it real again, And so, but we really just wanted to share that with you. We felt very moved to talk about that. So we'll be giving our respects today. But we just wanted to bring that to you. We will have links below on the suicide prevention stuff, like I said. We'll also have links to our church below, New Hope Enlightenment of Palm Beach. So please check us out, and we look forward to seeing you in the future for many more videos. Thank you for joining us today, and we hope you have a very blessed one.
Thank you so much, guys. And this was Brandy, in case everyone was wondering. Her name is Brandy. So you guys have a great day.
Have a good one.
And as we said, reach out, because it's rough to go it alone. It is.
And be the reason someone smiles.
There you go. This is the reason someone smiled today.
I put that on our Instagram because it's so important,
All right, you guys have a good one.
Yeah.